Great. So, back again. Also should mention this is now the first time for myself that I did such a modification with the 2.6 version of the Infinity Engine games, which was released, I think, spring this year. And yeah, was also a test for myself to see if all the modifications could be installed. Seems it is. If they work in-game, well, let's see. So what have I been doing then? First in the list here is now the Enhanced Edition Trilogy, the core component, which is just fusioning all files into one. After that I installed Endless Baldur's Gate 1. That's a modification that lets you play the game or Baldur's Gate 1 part even after, so to say it without spoilers, the final scene of the story, if it's done, the game doesn't end, you can play it further on. Allows you to do a lot of things you usually have to do before, so it's less stress, so to say. You have some components there to improve the transition to Siege of Dragonspear. Next mod is Shades of the Sword Coast. Looks pretty small here because it's just one line, but this is a pretty large quest mod. I would say the largest one for Baldur's Gate 1 for sure. And in my opinion, you should try it. It gives you so many new things to discover and quests to solve. That's always worth it. BGQE is the Baldur's Gate quests and encounters. That's more some small modifications. I didn't install all of them because sometimes you just get sick of it. Then Ascon's Quest Pack, that's a nice larger quest and some side quests to do. Does help you improve the game. Slightly more difficult than the rest of the game, so do it. Next modification is Baldur's Gate 1 Romantic Encounters. The name tells you a little bit about it. You have several possibilities what you want to install, and be sure consider what you install because it can be very sexually explicit. If you like it, hey, great. If you don't, then you install please the teen version. Okay. That's this part. Let's scroll a little bit. You see many components. The Craiglan episode 1 in Candlelight. Unfortunately, just episode 1 is available since many years, so I don't think this modification will be continued. I like it very much. It's higher difficulty than average for sure. It's just nice to play, a bit challenging, but there's also a light version you can install, and I guess this is then somehow easier to play. Baldurian Sea Tower is a mod that's more in development still. EAOB means early access, and I think B is beta status. It was released last Christmas just to as a kind of a Christmas gift to the community. As far as I'm involved into this modification, I would tell that half of all the things that are planned are now published, so it's, compared to others, quite a lot to do. New area, the Sea Tower in Baldur's Gate, so why not to play it? Immon Forever is a mod that lets you play Immon throughout the whole game. Eamon will stay in Kolash dungeon. Eamon will be with you in Siege of Dragonspear and is also in Baldur's Gate 2 a permanent companion. And there are some minor components you can install or leave it. Next modification is the calling. Well, that one is the calling mod itself is very buggy. I won't recommend to play it, therefore I only installed the additional items. That's, I think, quite okay. Adalan's Blood is a short modification just to alter one scene in Baldur's Gate 2. Not so much. Alternatives is a really nice mod if you want more alternatives to side with whom in Baldur's Gate 2. Strongly recommended to install it, and then you see the compatibility with the Immune Forever mod is usually installed afterwards. Ascension is a mod for more or less Throne of Baal. You see from what you can install the components what you get. Assassinations, can't tell much about it. Didn't play it so much because it's more for evil aligned parties as far as I know. And usually, or in the last year, I didn't get any evil party that far. Back to Brunlaw, also an addition, so you can go after the Underdark back to Brunlaw again for certain quests. And Dungeon Crawl is something I have not really played yet. Let's see what happens. With a surprise. So next would be the Cold Manners, but here we do a short break. And yeah, see you later. Or hear you later.